Dear students of BCom Part 3, now we are related with Advanced Accountancy Paper 2. First, I would like to highlight syllabus of BCom Part 3, Paper number 2. The title of paper is Advanced Accountancy Paper 2. It is subtitled as Auditing. Myself, Professor Dr. V.K. Sawant. First upon, we are concerned with syllabus of our paper. I would like to highlight what the objective of that paper while designing syllabus of auditing. Objective is determined. The objective of the present paper is to gain working knowledge of generally accepted auditing procedure, techniques and skills. Students, you are totally new for that subject. So this syllabus of this paper has been divided into 4 units. First unit is Introduction to Auditing, where accountancy ends, auditing starts. So in that unit, we are going to learn meaning of auditing, objectives of auditing, scope of audit, types of audit. There are basically two types of audit, external audit and internal audit. In addition, internal control and internal check. This is the first unit of our paper. Second unit related with vouching, verification and valuation. There are three concepts. One concept is vouching, another is verification and third one is valuation. Firstly, we concern with meaning of vouching, need of vouching and importance of vouching. Also, we are concerned with meaning of verification and valuation, need of verification and valuation, vouching of certain items. There are different transactions occurring in the business. Every transaction is supported by evidence. So evidence in the form of voucher. So we are concerned with vouching of certain items. That items may be income items, expenditure items, then verification and valuation of assets. We know very well verification means checking the truth and valuation is related to consider the value of the asset as well as liabilities. Another part of that unit is investigation. This is new one. This is newly introduced in our syllabus. Uh, in that investigation, we are concerned with meaning of investigation, need of investigation, and difference between audit and investigation. Third one's unit is audit of banks and cooperative societies. There are different types of banks, commercial banks, non-commercial banks. Cooperative societies are the societies which are formed for well-being of the members. There are two parts in that unit. Part A, audit of banks. In audit of banks, we are concerned with introduction about the banking business, internal control system followed in the bankings, and special points in audit of banks. The auditor is a watchdog. It is duty of an auditor to conduct the audit program of banks. B part of that unit is audit of cooperative societies. In that part, we are concerned with introduction of cooperative society, appointment of auditor in cooperative society, books of accounts, and special points in audit of cooperative societies. It means that to conduct audit of a cooperative society, the certain factors must be taken into consideration by the auditor. Now we are concerned with the unit number 4. That unit is completely related with company audit, and we know that new Companies Act came into force in the year 2013. By considering that act, we are related to company audit. In that chapter, in that unit, we are mostly related with three parts. First part called as A part. In that part, appointment of auditor, company auditor, qualification of company auditor, disqualification of company auditor, removal and remuneration of company auditor. These are the important aspects of company audit in that unit. B part, types of audit. An auditor is required to prepare its audit report. So in this syllabus, there are two parts of report. One is clean audit and another is qualified audit report. C part, selected audit and assurance standards. AAS, general principles, responsibilities, audit planning, audit evidence, audit conclusion, and reporting. Student must take into consideration the language of answer of this paper is in English. So there is no option. It means that this paper, the answer of this theory paper will be written in English. I would like to also highlight the reference books of that reference books required for this paper. First reference is Principles of Auditing, written by D. Paula. Practical Auditing, author of Practical Auditing is B. N. Tandon. Contemporary Auditing, this book is authored by Kamal Gupta. Principles and Practice of Auditing, R.G. Saxena. There are also certain websites we can refer that websites for our study, but these references are not enough. This is only the indicators. There is a lot of literature available in the market about the auditing, but in point of syllabus we are concerned with what exactly highlighted in syllabus, that should be concerned with our references. Examination pattern. The our college is autonomous college, that's why there are two types of scheme of student assessment. One is internal evaluation and another is theory examination. In internal evaluation, 30 marks are allotted. These 30 marks has been divided into three parts. Online or offline test, it carries 15 marks. Assignment or class test, it carries 10 marks. Active participation in classroom, 5 marks. It means these 30 marks has been divided into three parts. Then another part is very important part, that is theory examination. The theory examination of this paper will be held for 70 marks and the duration of theory paper is 2.5 hours. Nature of question paper. Semester 5, title of paper is auditing. Theory paper will be conducted for 70 marks. There are 5 questions, but student must remember that certain instruction given in question paper. Attempt any 3 questions from question number 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 questions. Students have required to attempt only 3 questions. Question number 5 is compulsory. Question number 1. Question number 1 carries 20 marks. There are two parts in question number 1. One part is short answer type question for 10 marks. Another part short answer type question 10 marks. It means question number 1 carries 20 marks. Question number 2 also carries 20 marks. The same pattern is applied here. That means 10 marks one question. Another question is also will be also asked for 10 marks. Question number 3. Question number 3 also same pattern followed for question number 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 questions, but students have required to attempt only 3 questions. That is very important. It means that specific information must be taken into consideration while solving the question paper. And question number 5, it is compulsory question. 4 short notes will be asked. Students have required to attempt only 2 short notes out of 4 short notes given in the question paper. I would like to summarize this paper. The 70 marks, 3 questions, it carries 20 marks. It becomes 60 marks and 10 marks for short answers. Criteria of passing. Before starting our syllabus, student must know that what is the criteria of our passing. There are two parts of passing. Internal evaluation is one part and theory examination is another part. In internal evaluation, the total weightage is given 30 marks. For student have required to get minimum 12 marks. Theory questions, the question paper will be held for 70 marks. Students have required to get minimum 28 marks for passing. In short, out of 100 marks, students have required to get minimum 40 marks for passing. This is our passing area. This is our passing criteria. Thank you.